Hello, and welcome back, my lovely Lovecraftians. Today we'll be reading Chapter 2 from the Call of Cthulhu manga, titled The Tale of Inspector Legrasse. March 1st to 23rd. I opened a body of inquiries regarding the professions and dreams of New England's traditional salt of the earth. Scientists, family trips, lawyers, traffic accidents, culinaries, dinners with wife, writer, visions of strange monoliths covered in green ooze. Writer, strange monoliths? Scientists surrounded by white casts, sculptures, towering stone pillars, musicians, a great stone city of some gigantic being. Stone pillars in city? Painter, a gigantic creature of wriggling tentacles. Poet, two disembodied sounds echoing from the underground. Average people in society and business gave an almost completely negative result. Through scattered cases of uneasy but formless nocturnal impressions appear here and there, always between March 23rd and April 2nd, the period of young Wilcox's delirium. Cases of panic, mania, and eccentricity were tremendous, and the sources scattered throughout the globe. There was a nocturnal suicide in London, where a lone sleeper had leaped from a window after a shocking cry. In California, a therapist colony donned white robes in masses for some glorious fulfillment which never arrived. In Paris, a number of mental patients set fire to the insane asylum. New York policemen were mobbed by hysterical leviants on the night of March 22nd to 23rd. Voodoo orgies multiplied in Haiti. There was no logic to be found among these queer cases, no connection between them except for Cthulhu. Hello, Dr. Toby, this is Professor Angel. I'd like to ask you about young Wilcox's condition. That's good news. How is he doing now? I see. Thank you very much. 7 Thomas Street in Fleur de Lis Studio. It's me, Professor Angel. Sorry for coming so late at night. From Brown University, right? How could I help you, Professor? I just have some questions about your continuous dreams. Dreams? I'm afraid I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry, I'm a little busy at the moment, so if you don't mind. You were just released from the hospital after collapsing from constant nightmares, no? You've been coming to me asking for help, understanding the queer bas reliefs you've crafted? What bas reliefs? Every trace of Wilcox's malady suddenly ceased pronounced. Well, by his physician. He returned to his quarters in 3 days, but to Professor Angel, he was of no further assistance. All traces of strange dreaming had vanished. With his recovery, and my uncle kept no record of his nights. Thoughts, after a week of pointless and irrelevant accounts of thoroughly usual visions. My uncle, Professor Angel, was never one to incline towards the subject of the occult. Yet, despite the incoherable of his manuscript and newspaper cuttings, I believe he was quite sane. Here is what had transpired 17 years ago. The narrative of Inspector John R. Legrasse of 121 Nerville Street, New Orleans, Louisiana, at 1908 AASMTG, note on Sane and Professor Webb's account. American Archaeological Society Annual Meeting in St. Louis, Missouri, 1908. Our goal as archaeologists is to identify, extract, and study the numerous wheels that keep a society running. However, the American archaeological community has yet to extend its reach to the study of the people of the past, how they have lived and worked. It is a difficult ordeal to secure the absolute facts and proofs in archaeology, but that is why each of us must be a pioneer in the propagation of archaeology in order to give birth to many new discoveries in the field. I believe that's all the time I have. I'll see you all again next year. Excuse me, pardon me, I need to get through. Professor Angel, can I have a moment of your time? Name's John Raymond Legrasse, New Orleans police officer. Pleasure to meet you, Inspector Legrasse. How may I help you? I knew. I find you at an archaeological gathering like this. Got something I need you to take a look at. What is it? A couple months back, we interrupted a voodoo ritual in the swamps south of the city. We found this. The voodoo cultists were using this object for worship. We tried looking into it ourselves, but haven't found anything regarding its origin or its religion it is related to. So, the New Orleans Police Department has hit a dead end. Can't deny that. I'm hoping you and your colleagues might know something about it. I hear this is where the most accomplished archaeologists from around the world gather. If there was anything you could tell me about this thing, I'd be most grateful. It seems to be made of greenish black stone with golden flecks here and there. I've never seen such iridescent striations on a statue. What kind of wood is this? This is obviously like any kind of crystallized wood from any region in the world. How extraordinary. I'd say this was made at least more than a century ago. But what are these inscriptions at the base of the idol? I don't know any language written with hieroglyphs like this. I've seen something like this before. Sorry, William Channing Webb, Professor of Anthropology, Princeton University. Yes, I've seen a fetish just like this one on expedition 48 years ago. Expedition? Yes, I can never forget that trip. It was a tour of Greenland and Iceland in search of runic inscriptions. Our expedition was hiking up the West Greenland coast when it encountered a queer Esquimaux tribe who were engaging in some sort of devil worshipping ritual. It was a human sacrificial ritual. I could see the ritual clearly thanks to the aura. There were bodies of the human sacrifices hanging upside down. Human sacrifices. The tribe all gathered around the fetish. I couldn't hear it clearly, but I remember they were chanting something while dancing around that fetish. Chanting! This thing bears a striking resemblance to that fetish. The design, the material, down to the tiniest features on it. Later, the locals went to the rest of the Esquimaux tribes to inquire as to what the devil was going on. The other Esquimaux tribes knew little of this religion, but apparently, this is some sort of being which had come down from horribly ancient aeons, even before the world was made. A being older than the world itself? The cultists we arrested in the swamps were also saying something of some sort of chant. The other Esquimaux told me of the chant. Those devil worshippers were shouting. It sounded like gibberish to me, but here. Ploggle, McLaughlin, Cthulhu, Riley, Legal on the Flatten. They're the same chant. It's possible that both groups follow the same doctrine, but what could these words mean? Actually, some of the cultists we arrested did explain to us what the chant means. This chant, when translated to English, goes something like this. In his house, at Riley, dead Cthulhu waits, dreaming. Cthulhu Riley. Is that the god they worship? Did they give you any more detail? Sorry, anything more than that is classified police information. Although, if It might help the investigation. Alright, I'll tell you about how the case came to be. It was on November 1st of last year when the New Orleans Police Department received a summons to swamps in the South. New Orleans Police Department, St. Louis, November 1st, 1907. Please, you've got to help me. My family, they've been taken. Ma'am, please stay calm. First, tell me what happened. Dead. So many dead. They have a gathering deep in the swamps. Eerie drumming and dancing devil flames. And the screams. Sounds like signs of a murderous voodoo cult. Could this be related to the pagans in Bordeaux? I don't know. They always take a boat there. We're terrified, but there's nothing we can do. Please, you've got to help us. They'll kill them all, my family. Ma'am, do you know where this gathering is? In the swamps to the south. We have a village there. Inspector LeGrasse, you don't think it's true, do you? Get the patrol car. We'll go there and check for ourselves. The southern swamps of Louisiana. It's deep inside the swamps. Which dwelt a huge form, less white thing with luminous eyes. There's a lake hidden from mortal sight, and bat-winged devils flew up out of the caverns and the inner earth to worship it at midnight. Is that the legend around here? Yes. There's something here that existed long before any humans or animal had set foot in this place. It's just superstition. They say that death comes to anyone who catches sight of this watery creature. That it makes people dream, so they know not to approach it. It had made us see dreams, so we know to fear it. This is our village. Please help us. Those monsters took our children. They'll kill them again. You can hear the drum coming from over there. Ah! This could turn ugly. Could anyone from here show us the way? Ma'am, we need a guide to lead us to the gathering. We don't want to go near that place anymore. Follow the drumming, and you'll get there. Dum dum dum. The sounds of drumming. Dum 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 dum. Cthulhu vertagen, Cthulhu vertagen. No. No! Kill the light. Ah! Dum 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 dum. They're fucking mad. Inspector, I don't think we have enough men here to fight all of them. Cthulhu, Riley, vertagen. Ready your guns, but don't shoot until I give the order. Yes, sir. Keep it together, man. As holders of the law, we have a duty to put a stop to this. Move in. And as they move into the cult, we will await the next chapter next week. So far, though, I'm really interested in to see how this will play out. I've read the novel version of Call of Cthulhu, and I have to say, seeing it brought to life on paper and pen, or digitally in this case, is really incredible. It really adds to the horror, the aspect. To be honest, I didn't really think to picture the cults or the cultists the way that they drew it. The cultists to me were in like sacrificial robes and everything, but it shows more brutal, the more humanity that is going through this madness, this turmoil, in my opinion. I also really enjoy the way that it's written, the way that the pages almost seem to come to life. I had fun voicing the characters and trying to bring them to life as I was reading the story because I was so into it. And I hope the rest of my lovely Lovecraftians enjoyed this week's upload as well too. And until next time, my loves,